Tonight we take over the castle, but prepare we shall be. What's up, you beautiful people? It's DarkHour here, and today we're going to do a quick guide for week 3, what I think you should be doing day 1 if you want to get into raiding, and what you can leave for the rest of the week, when you have some extra time. So let's get to it. Now, I want to apologize a little bit because the video is not going to be super edited. I'm just going to try to give you all the information, have it ready to you guys before the maintenance is done, so that way you could kind of hit the ground running as soon as you could play your character. As you know, this week is jam-packed with a lot of stuff. We have Castle Nathria, we have PvP, we have the Mythic Plus dungeons. So again, with all those things going on, I do want to give you kind of like a list of what you need to do. The first thing I would do if you want to get, max gear, be ready for raid, maximize whatever time you have before raiding. The first thing you want to do is first go kill the world boss, as it is going to drop a 207 piece. So again, if you're lucky enough, you get that piece, you do increase your item level, your health, your stats, just to make you a little bit more viable in the raid. Now, all these depend on how much time you have before you go into raid. I have 3 hours, so I'm gonna try to hit pretty much as many things as I can before I go in there. The second one is going to be Torghast. So if you don't have enough Soul Ash to make your 210 piece, definitely go in there. Just get enough for the 210 piece and leave the other Soul Ash for the rest of the week. Don't worry about it. You have time to finish it. You don't need it right away. The third thing I would do is definitely take a look at your gear, where you're missing pieces, if they're not all 184. So what you want to do is, if you have time, go into the dungeons that drop those pieces and try to get them before the raid. You do want to get into raiding day 1 because you're going to have the whole server, everybody and their mom trying to freaking get into a raid. So this is going to be your time to kind of get in there, practice a little bit, play around, see the mechanics. So definitely take advantage of that. If you want to go into raiding tonight, this is another important thing. Please go enchant and gem your gear. You don't want to be that guy that's, not doing enough DPS because you don't have your gems and your, enchants on your weapons or your items. Second, bring consumables. Your flasks, your pre-pots, whatever you need. Just again, maximize your DPS because, everybody's seeing this for the first time and you don't want to miss a boss by 1% just because you didn't pre-pot or use a second pot during the fight. Those are going to be the most important for day 1, at least for me, right? That's what I'm going to be concentrating as soon as the maintenance is done, the 10-hour maintenance or whatever they're doing.
2,000 years later.
But for the rest of the week, I am going to be concentrating on my renown cap and making sure I do my Covenant campaign, just because it is going to give you a few extra rewards, like 2 extra conduit abilities or slots for your abilities. So make sure you do that right off the bat. Now, I might be wrong on this. Maybe I should have added this on the day 1 to-do list. But I think the item level, the stats will be a lot better for DPS than adding the conduit. But you guys let me know. I guess put in the comment below if you think that this is more important than the item level, or where do you think you would get more DPS from? The 2 quests you're going to get the 2 renown levels is going to be Replenish Reservoir, which we've done already for the past 2 weeks. It's got 1,000 anima. And then this one's going to be a repeat of last week of Return Lost Souls. So you're going to have to go in the mall, get 5 souls, and then, return them back over there to open chapter 4 of your Covenant campaign. The second thing we're going to focus for the week is going to be the new thing that opens up, which is the Great Vault. As you can see here, this is going to give you up to 9 options of gear that you could get out of the loot box. So it's kind of similar to BFA. When we did the Mythic Pluses at the end of the week or the beginning of the week, we got a chest that we opened and we just got, a piece from the highest tier dungeon that you did. Now, this is a little bit different. So as you can see here, the first is raids. So if you do if you defeat 3 bosses, you will get 1 piece of loot from those bosses. If you defeat 7, you will get 2 options for the raid. And if you defeat all 10, you would get, of course, 3 options from the raid loot. All right. Now, of course, if you finish it in normal, you're only going to get normal loot. If you finish it in heroic, this will upgrade. So to give you an example, if you full clear normal and you just do the first 3 bosses in heroic, you will get 1 option as a heroic and the other 2 will be still normal. So just keep that in mind as you go through the week. The second thing is going to be the mythic dungeons. We are capped at level 10. So you are going to get a 203 piece throughout, any key day you do this week. But the vault is not capped, meaning that if this week you complete 10 mythic plus level 14, next week you will have 3 options for item level 226. So again, that's really high. I believe that's on par with the mythic raid. So again, that's really good gear, and it gives you a chance to get, your best in slot. So why not, right? So if you're one of those dungeon grinders, this is your chance to kind of max out for next week. And the last one is the PvP. Of course, if you're a PvP head and you like just fighting people, 1250 will give you the first option. 2500 will give you the second option, and 6250 will give you the third option. So you have to grind some honor, make sure you unlock these 3. And something to keep in mind is that the 3 options for the raid is only going to be raid gear. The 3 options for mythic dungeon is going to be mythic dungeon gear, and PvP is PvP gear. So don't expect to get, a raid item in your mythic dungeon slots. That is it, guys, though. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy it, please leave a fat like, hit that button, subscribe to the channel. If you do want to support us a little bit more, go sign up for our Patreon. We do have some goals in there. Once we get to 100, we'll do like a special giveaway for the Patreons. We do have special events that we have planned for you guys, like community runs, Patreon giveaways, Patreon mythic runs. So again, go sign up. Have fun if you could support it, right? If not, I appreciate you guys watching and subscribing to the channel. But until next time, stay safe, stay positive, and I'll see you on the next video.